Whew. What's going on, y'all? It's K-I-M and S-A-B, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com, and I am walking around the track. My son is up here on his, coach said, get him off that hoverboard. So the little one and I finally got outside today. Nice weather, because Savannah is kind of crazy. We could go through all 4 seasons in one day, baby. So I caught a day where the weather is nice, and he and I finally came outside. Whew. It's been a long time since I got my steps in. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm out of shape, but it happens, right? We in shape, out of shape, in shape. Most of us are not very consistent with everything all the time. So I'm gonna get back on track, and y'all can hold me accountable for that. Anyway, being here with my son made me think of this video topic, because a lot of people get very disenchanted when people on their team, hey Icy, welcome back, but they get very disenchanted when people on their team quit or slow down. And I often hear people say things like, I don't understand, you know, they told me they wanted to do this for their kids, or say their parents, right? Their parents, that's the first thing. Because in my profession, can y'all hear my son's hoverboard music? But in my profession, they say, you know, find out what's the person's why. What's the why that makes them cry? And some people say, what's the why that makes them fly? You know? And oftentimes, gosh, y'all, do y'all know how many times I have heard people say they're doing this for their kids? My kids deserve this. I want a better life for them. I'm tired of telling them no. Da 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 da. Like, people will, I mean, long conversations, their life story, what their kids been through, how their childhood, what they went through, how they want better for their kids, like I said, and or parents. And I'm not trying to be melodramatic and say that these people are lying, but I'm going to tell you the truth. You can very easily get wrapped up in that story, but I'm telling you right now, very few people are telling the truth. They're really not doing this for their kids. You know what they're doing it for? They're doing it for the money. Okay? They're doing it for the money. And that's why they quit. See, because that's why you're confused. Because they'll tell you this long sob story about how you got your bounce boots on. Yes, Valerie, I do. Yes, look at this. Look at this mess here. Look at girl. Yes, I got my bounce boots on. Oh Lord, it's a bus. Jesus. Oh gee, okay. Where the bus come from? Lord of mercy. Alright. Okay, this is an active track all of a sudden. Okay. Where I'm at. Alright. Well, hey, that's what happens when you're on live, right? So the thing with y'all, hold on, how do I switch it? Okay, there we go. So y'all will buy into this whole song and dance about, I'm doing it for my kids, I'm doing it for my mom. My mom washed toilets with toothbrushes all her life, and blah 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 blah. And so you're like, ooh, I got a good one. She has a good why. She has a why that makes her cry. She has a why that then turn around and make her fly. Oh yeah. A week later, that person is not even picking up the phone. They're not talking to you. They're not doing anything, and you're confused. You're like, well, I know she has a good reason. But I'm telling y'all, people say that to you because saying I'm doing this for my kids sounds better than saying I'm doing this for the money. Dollar bills, y'all. That's the only reason why they tell you that. But let me tell you why. And I'm not saying everybody, because there are a few rare gems, a few rare jewels who say that, and they really mean that. When J Baby joined me, she said, my son is about to have a grandbaby, and I want to give this grandbaby more than I gave my son. That heifer meant that. 2 years later, Javi is such a big, beautiful girl. And J Baby is out here doing the business with her granddaughter, telling me what she's buying with her commissions for her granddaughter. All types of stuff. She meant that. Candy B. There are very few Candy B's. Candy B told me, I got special needs twins. From the day they were born, they have had to be in the hospital, multiple surgeries, multiple health care bills, multiple doctors, multiple therapists. I cannot work a job and care for my kids like I need to. And I refuse to let my kids be cast to the wayside. Candy B, she meant that. Years later, My girl is building her influence, completely changed her social media presence, and just invested in a high-level course to take her business to the next level. She met that. She did that. But those people are very few and far between. You know why? I'm not even doing this business for my son. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me because I like certain things. Now, my son plays a role in that, but let me tell you something about my son. And this is what you need to know about the majority of people who say they're doing it for their kids. That is not a good enough reason, because their kids are going to love them regardless. Okay? And that's just facts. The whole I'm doing this for my kid, it's not a good enough reason, because here's the deal. This journey is long, and it's very, very hard. So your paycheck, when you pay your paycheck, you can save enough paychecks, you can work overtime, you can give your kids a beautiful party, they'll love it. You can buy them Christmas gifts, they'll love it. They'll say, Mom, Dad, you're the best. Because kids want things now. So when you're building a business, very few people, if they were truly doing it for their kids, that would mean that they would be able to withstand the downturn, right? But see, kids get report cards from school. Adults don't get report cards from kids. It would be nice if adults got like an adult, hey, here's how you're doing as a parent. Here's how you're doing in the area of affection. Here's how you're doing in the area of financial responsibility for me, Mom, for me, Dad. But they don't get that. So see, your kid's gonna love you regardless. If I quit TLC today and put on a Piggly Wiggly apron and go down there to the Piggly Wiggly and become cashier number 4, my son is not going to love me any less. He's still going to be like, you're the greatest, Mommy. So, saying that I'm doing this for my son, it's not going to be enough, because my son is going to love me regardless. So therefore, when the hard times come in the business, if I know that my son loves me regardless, and the pain that originally drove me to join the business, I'm not feeling in this moment, is not there, then I'm going to quit the business. If I'm not driven by a vision much larger than just my child alone, and my child is a part of the vision, but if I'm not driven by a much larger vision, then I'm going to quit the business. My kid is still going to love me, and everything is going to be fine until 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, when I say, dang, I'm doing the same thing, making pretty much the same amount of money, except now I'm older. Now I have less energy. Now I have less propensity to change. Whew. I guess I should have stuck with that pyramid scheme. So I'm telling y'all, just understand, when you ask what a person's why is, only time will really tell you what their why is. But for most people, their why is the money. They just don't want to say that because they don't want to sound like a dirty person. Because money has a negative connotation for some reason. Even though we need it for dang on near everything, people don't like to admit that, right? But most people are going to come to you and do what you're doing. They're going to want to do what you're doing for the money. And that is the reason why, when the money doesn't come, because you can't shortcut the shortcut, you got to be patient in the process. You got to enjoy the journey. That is the reason why, when the money doesn't come, they're out so easily. Okay? So be well, my friends. Just realize that most will not last. The majority will quit. That's how they got their name, because they're the majority, right? And there are very few Candy Bees. There are very, very, very few J Babies. There are very few Kimberly Prosperities. But when you find them, pay attention to them. Stop chasing the ones saying, I thought your wife was your kids. I thought your wife was your mama. I thought you wanted it. Hey, people will tell you more about what they want with their actions than they ever will with their mouth. All right? What does Valerie say? And when some people don't make a bag the first month, they're like, bye. Girl, when they don't do it the first day. First customer, they be like, I asked my mom to buy the tea, and she was like, I got some ballerina tea, so I can't do this. And you're like, okay. I used to try to fight to keep those people, but I realized that energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's only transferred. So if I'm running behind somebody who's draining my energy, I don't have any energy for the people who are giving me life. I'm not going to have any energy to run my own race. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I had to say, y'all. Look at this one. He is obsessed with black eyed peas, y'all. And you know what's so funny? I was like, hey, when outside opens back up, do you want me to take you to a black eyed peas concert? He was like, that's okay. And I was like, why not? You know what this boy said? Because they don't look like they used to. I was like, savage! Savage! These dang on kids, boy. I was like, all right, I'm happy I asked. I'll be up here looking like Bobo the Fool. Guess what, baby? I got some black eyed pea chickens for you. Like, that's for you. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.